This is my 1961 Silver Eagle bus conversion. I've had it for about 2 years. Had a lot of people ask me for more photographs, and I thought it's a nice sunny day here in Ocean Shores. It's January 13th, 2019. I thought I would come and do a little walk around video of it. So as I've gotten my Craigslist ad, these are, I don't know if the camera will show very good, but the tires have lots of tread on them. They all hold air, but they also have weather checking, and they're dated out. If you were going to drive this a long ways, you'd want to put new tires on it, at least the front. Front bay, they're all pass-through bays. This one's open for barbecue, ladder, whatever. Some spare carpet and stuff in there I haven't used. Here's the water metering system in the second bay, where you've got all the valves and things. You can switch it from hose to tank. Third bay back, some extra air lines. And this is a 45-gallon propane tank, which is 80% full. This is one of two 70 or 75-gallon fuel tanks. You can fuel it from either side, although the owner's manual suggests that it's smart to take the fuel cap off both sides when filling. Two duals on the rear axle. Lots of tread. This is the bogie, what they call the bogie axle. So it doesn't have any driving ability. It's mostly there to comply with U.S. law when this bus was first imported to the United States. 7 kilowatt propane generator. Runs really good, although I put new plugs in it and still need to put, yeah, it doesn't look like it, huh? Stuff rusts pretty quick around here like that. But it needs new points put in it. It will start and run, but it needs new points. This is a float charger that keeps the batteries maintained. This is one of 4 D8 batteries, 8D batteries that are in this bus. This one is isolated by that switch. So if you're camping someplace and shut off the, and you're running off of batteries, you can isolate this battery. So if you run the other 3 down, you can turn this battery on, and that gives you cranking power for the generator, so you can recharge stuff. Here's all your powering stuff here. This is one of the block heaters. Right here, you plug that in for an hour, and she takes off before you know it. The engine. Full rebuild. Some custom work was done. It's got raised heads on it for jakes. It does have jakes, but they're not currently wired in. They don't really do much besides make noise anyway on a 2-stroke diesel like this. Here is where the block heater. Somebody asked me once where the port is to put a block heater, and there it is right there. That's on an 8V71. This is the radiator. It's actually got louvers in there that are temperature controlled, that open and close to keep the coolant temperature right. The other fuel tank, it's about 150 gallons combined when they're both full, and they are there's at least 100 gallons of fuel in there, and I treat it with treatment and stuff. It's better to, if you're going to park it for a while, it's better to park it with fuel in it than empty. This is the rear. In the back there, you probably can't see it. There's a little alcove, and that's where the other 3 batteries are stored. This is 90 gallons of black water for your sewer septic. Some extra dunnage. That box there's got an extra air filter. This is more storage, outdoor little showery deal set up. That's 150 gallons of fresh water storage. And the bottom is 150 gallons of gray water storage. The other side of the pass-through. Yeah, and this hose here, remember this, see this clear hose? Remember this clear hose goes all the way down here and through a hole in the bottom underneath the bus. So I'm going to show you what that is here in a minute. This little storage compartment contains a jack. This actually has a jack on it and a tire iron, so you can actually change a tire on this by hand. I don't think it'd be easy to do, but you can do it. The front bumper underneath these covers, those are actually lug nuts, and that 4-way tire iron takes these 4 lug nuts off. This front bumper is made out of aluminum, so it's not as heavy as it looks. The bumper drops out of the way, and there's a tray there that drops down to the ground like a ramp, and that's where your spare tire is stored. Okay, into the interior. This isn't wood, it's actually vinyl that looks like wood. Carpet's pretty new, it's got pad underneath it. Driver's seat. Passenger seat. It's a power seat. I'm not sure why it doesn't have power going to it right now. Because it is. It's a power recliner. This is a flex steel couch made for RVs. It actually flips into like a hide-a-bed. This is what that plastic hose is for. This is a dehumidifier. I let it run 24/7, 365 days a year when it's being parked, just to keep the humidity down. I've had the door, and it's plumbed. It can run on a tank too, but there's that other end of that plastic hose. It's plumbed, so it just drains straight outside. Ocean Shores is pretty close to the coast, and it stays pretty humid here, but there you can see we're looking at 44% relative humidity and 48 degrees in here. It's actually pretty warm compared to what it has been. Extra storage up here on top. The whole way around. These are, well, you know what they are. They're covers for the insides of the windows. You do have drapes here that'll close off the windshield, and one of these covers that goes over the windshield. Storage up here. Good place for a smaller TV. Somebody had asked me about the interior. It does have a few of these holes in the ceiling. You can see their wiring. That's probably about a 6-inch hole. And what they had is they had speakers in it. And there's another one there, another one down there. Here's your first of 2 air conditioner units, and they do have heat strips in them as well. I've converted most of the lights over to LED. Turn on the master for the power. There we go. Don't know why I didn't do that earlier. And what it really has, what this bus has, is 2 sets of lights. It's got one set that runs off of 110 when you're plugged in, and then the other sets of lights are 12 volt only, so they run off a battery. The ones that are lit right now are all battery operated lights. And you got the little spotlights and stuff too. This one here is actually plugged in, this lamp. Ta-da! Books, paperwork, owner's manuals, everything for the generator, the bus itself, how to completely rebuild the engine if you want. Yeah, that all comes with it. There's the documentation on this bus is worth a considerable amount of money. Receipts and things for everything. Does have limo tint. A lot of the windows are these RV style windows that slide, and then you have a sliding screen too that you can open or close however you feel. New cordless blinds everywhere. Another RV window, another RV window, another RV window. This dinette has underneath this dinette will fold into a bed. It's not really long enough for adults, but it'd be okay for kids probably to sleep on if you needed to. Underneath this bench is a propane fired furnace, and that's what this runs right here. I don't have it permanently mounted yet because I wasn't sure where I wanted to have it. But yep. So you got heat here on propane, and then under this bench is what they call a road furnace, and that runs off of hot water from the engine, which also heats the driver's compartment up front. And it's got its own separate blower and stuff. So if you're driving down the road on a long trip in the middle of winter or whatever, you have heat back here too. Relatively new refrigerator and freezer, Dometic. I don't have it on right now. There's some water in there, but It works really, really good. It'll freeze ice. Pretty good size. And you have all your monitors here for battery and for freshwater tank, gray water tank, black water tank, tell you when you need to dump them. There's a 12-volt water pump here for when you need water pressure and you're out in the middle of nowhere and you're using water out of the fresh water tank. Start and stop for the generator. Double stainless sink, which I really, really liked. I like to cook, so having a big kitchen was important to me. Oak cabinetry everywhere. Pretty nice faux marble top. Countertop. This is a 3-burner propane range. Works great. Paper towels are only here to keep this lid from rattling around when it's going down the road. And a propane fired oven. It doesn't look real huge, but big enough for pizza. Or the previous owner told me that you could actually fit a small turkey in there. Lots of storage underneath everywhere, and a lot of this has pull-out trays. We won't talk about that. Microwave ice maker works excellent. There's a water turnoff underneath the sink for it, and a switch that not only turns it on and off, but sets how fast you want it to make ice. If you're entertaining or whatever, you need a lot of ice, you put it on high, and if you're just getting a few cubes once in a while, you keep it on low. That's a trash compactor. It does work, but I don't use it because you're really supposed to have specialized bags and things for it. So I just use it as a regular garbage can, and then I just throw the bags out like you would any other kitchen. This is the bathroom, and you have a stainless sink, cupboard space, mirror, lights. I can maybe get some lights to come on. Ta-da! Window, commode. There is a separate fan here, ventilation fan for the bathroom. This Paloma is a propane on-demand instant hot water heater. I mean, it heats water. So, and it's fully adjustable, works great. It's about $1,400. Very similar to what a lot of people have in their homes, I suspect. I wish I had gas here. I'd be using one like this in my house. Works awesome. More lights, including down along the floor. More cupboards, dresser space down here. Oh, I've got them locked. More here. This is also got a light in it, which projects over to the shower. It's not huge. It's not a huge shower. It's not super spacious, but it's better than trying to take a sponge bath in a sink. I could stand up and shower in this. And really, I thought about if I kept this bus, I would extend this wall out some more, and then either put a lowering floor pan in it, or raise the ceiling some and put the shower thing a little higher, just so it's a little bigger. This is one of two. I should have pointed out the front one up front. This is what they call a fantastic fan. It's reversible. There's two in this bus, and they're hooded, protect against weather, and they go either direction, so you can have it as an intake fan or an exhaust fan. And there's one over the shower to suck out the humidity, and then the other one is over the grill and the sinks. Ventilation is important. More cupboards, of course. There's just a ton of storage in this bus, which I really like. There's even a little storage space down here underneath the refrigerator. And then we get to the back bedroom. The bedroom. There's your other air conditioner. 2 RV windows. These are 110 lamps here. This one's just got a lower bulb in it. That's 12 volt light. And you've got a crank up antenna here, which probably isn't used to most people these days, but you could put an HD antenna up there probably, or a Wi-Fi extender or something. And here's switching to change between antenna and cable, because there is a cable outlet outside. This is one of the 2 beds, the other bed, and underneath both beds is more storage. If I can actually get to it. Where's the handle? See? Can't really see that good. But yeah, you can store extra stuff. And then you got room back here for a TV would go here good. This little thing here can be moved out of the way. This is your main fuse panel, one of the closets. The other closet, I mean, they're not huge closets. If you have a lot of clothes, you're probably going to end up storing a lot of your extra stuff underneath the beds. I'm 5'10". The floor comes up here because I'm actually standing over the transmission and the engine compartment right now. I'm wearing pretty good boots on. I'm 5'10" in height, and my head is touching the ceiling right here. Up front, it's closer to about 6'2", 6'3", something like that. So, oh yeah, more storage up here, a little shelf. Keep books or whatever on. I should have pointed that out. Another one of your speaker holes. Thought about putting in some really low profile lamps there, maybe. LED lights, maybe speakers, I don't know. Or you can actually drop this outer layer here, because it's 2 layers of plywood. You could drop this bottom layer and just resheet it with something else. You could actually gain almost an extra, I don't know, 3/8 of an inch of headspace there too. The carpet comes up real easy because there is an inspection valley that runs underneath the floor the whole way to the front, and that's where you can. There's a lot of your wiring harnesses down there, your fuel lines are down there, your water lines are down there, everything's down there. So you can lift up the carpet, lift up those panels, and you can work on stuff without having to tear apart things from the bottom down there. So the carpet is made to be removed. You could put, you know, paneling or something else in if you really wanted to. But that's about it. I don't think I forgot anything. Well, thanks for watching.